Well, if he is not the greatest UFC featherweight champion in the promotion's history, he is certainly on the short list. That 13-fight winning streak that he put together at 145 pounds, likely something, DC, that will never be duplicated in this division.
Yes, it'll be very tough because it's such a tough division. The guys that he had to beat in order to go on a 13-fight win streak was unbelievable. It was unreal to see the names on that list that Max Holloway beat. But the crowning moment was when he beat Jose Aldo twice to win and keep his UFC featherweight championship, and then he only topped that in the destruction of Brian Ortega. Max Holloway is one of the best fighters, if not the best fighter 145 pounds has ever seen.
And with respect to Jose Aldo, Conor McGregor, and anybody else, the UFC featherweight record books read like Max Holloway's Wikipedia page. We'll see if he can add to that total here tonight. All right, so here he is, one of the best featherweights in the world, fighting out of Spain, Ilia Topuria. It's amazing to have this type of wisdom and maturity and sophistication at 26 years of age. And that sophistication really bleeds into his fighting style. If you reference the Ryan Hall fight, that is as tricky a stylistic challenge as there is in the featherweight division. And he stayed measured the entire time before getting that knockout in round one. He has taken his game to that requisite next level ever since, making himself impossible to deny a world title fight. Both fighters have now touched down on the world-famous octagon, ready to go with more live action from Toyota Center here in Houston, Texas, USA. Our tale of the tape for this featherweight championship fight. And now one more time for the official introductions. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Heavyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Max Blast Holloway. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Ilia Topuria.
Herbert Dean's in the building. He is the third man in the octagon tonight. All right, so here we are back in one of America's most underrated sports cities. Good to have you with us from Houston, Texas tonight inside Toyota Center. And this is the site of one of your biggest and I know most signature wins of your career against Gus back in 2015.
One of the biggest fights of my life was when I beat Alexander Gustafsson at UFC 192 when I retained my championship. One of the hardest fights of my entire life. The Toyota Center is a great fight.
There's that jab from Max Holloway. Didn't take him long to find a home for that tonight.
I mean, Max Holloway constantly fights behind the jab, and you would expect it at the start of every single fight. The jab leads to everything else that he does inside the octagon.
Holloway gets touched by that leg kick attempt. Oh, flying knee. Fast pace here in the early going. Head kick attempt, it's blocked. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Back and forth we go.
Good kick.
Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting his head, raising the guard, and really frustrating the offensive fighter a little bit.
Lesson 1 in boxing class, hands up, chin down.
Very nice leg kick there by Topuria. Gets out to beat his opponent in a lot of trouble now.
That was Cain Velasquez's punch of choice. Every time he landed that
Topuria's bleeding from the mouth, Daniel. Looks as though there's a cut on his lip. Thankfully, he's a lot tougher tonight. Well, no denying that he rocked him, but couldn't quite get the finish.
He hurt him real bad, but he couldn't find the shot that would put him to sleep. He threw a lot of punches, but he couldn't get the one to land on the button that would end the night.
Well, why fix what's not broken? Why not go right back to that overhand here again? Oh, they're trading huge shots here. We'll see who's the last man standing.
Good stick.
Oh, setting up the left hook, but out of range. All right, full guard now, DC.
And for the guy on top, he needs to build posture or just go to the next position, start shoving that knee groove, trying to get the half guard, which in turn will lead to more opportunities for advancement. But if you're on the bottom, you need to be anticipating, you need to be framing, you need to be moving, looking for opportunities to either reverse the position or get back to your feet.
Oh, nice jab by Holloway. Well, champ, I don't see that well, but it's hard to miss the redness underneath that elbow. A lot of bodily investment from his opponent tonight.
Yeah, it's an investment, John. It may not pay dividends right now, but the more you go there, the more damage you do, eventually it will show itself. Right now, it's starting to show. Look at that. Recognize he's about to lose position.
Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Holloway. That's a heck of a strike to land from bottom position.
Big ground and pound.
Under a minute to go in the round. Going for that patented rear naked choke now. Oh, he's got the submission locked in now. Well, how about the movement off of the back? Nice job to avoid the ground and pound here by Holloway. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Topuria's right back to the full mount here. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. 10 seconds now to go in the round.
Right.
5 minutes in the books.
Stop.
All right, there's the horn indicating the end of the round. So the fighter now with a cut on his lip. That is something he's going to have to deal with. You see the cut man not wasting any time getting in there. We'll see if he can shut that thing and prevent it from being a factor for him moving forward. All right, well, 1 minute of end swell can only do so much. Let us look back at some of the damaging strikes in that previous round.
It doesn't seem like it's going to do much. And if it does, he can't take any more of these shots. He was too stationary. He took everything square on the target. He's got to move his head, and he's got to be proactive instead of reactive in terms of his defenses.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Second round underway. Oh, good lead right by Holloway. Oh, and there's that inside leg kick, and just slap yourself hard on the inside of your left. That is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
And now a hip kick to boot.
Oh, landed some big shots, too. Oh, that was a really nice takedown.
Topuria's in half guard. A lot of top pressure being applied here. All right, he's got him in the north-south position now, DC. We'll see if the crowd can be...
Oh, Kimura attack. Yup.
Oh, that looks tight. Wow, somehow, some way he gets the arm out.
It looked like he was done, John, but he was able to stay comfortable, stay patient, and now he finds himself safe.
All right, so he lands again, just like we saw in the last round, realizing a lot of success with his Muay Thai game tonight.
You know, why change it? It's working, and it's working from the very start of the fight. The moment this fight started, you saw the advantage that we predicted was there. He started to take advantage of it early, and now he's continuing to build on that. This kickboxer looks amazing tonight.
I mean, what else can you say about that Max Holloway jab? Just makes it look easy.
He makes it look easy, and now he's throwing them more. He's throwing more jabs because he has an understanding of what his opponent is doing in return every time he throws the shot. This guy's good, man. And we have seen him.
I'm not sure how he stayed upright.
I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, to stay standing shows and talks to your toughness.
All right, so the uppercuts have been a big part of the storyline in this one, but the setups have really been key for him. He's not telegraphing that strike, and the opponent hasn't been able to adjust.
He has not been able to see them. It's a very tricky punch, especially in the way that he throws it. He throws it at a time when you expect so many different strikes, but it's because big double leg level change.
Topuria's in half guard.
Oh, right into mount. Great submission defense.
Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Holloway. Just over 2 minutes now to go in round two. All right, so how about this? The BJJ fighter just continues to land at will on the feet. Not necessarily the way you drew it up today, champ.
No, watching these two fight, in preparation, you don't expect to see this playing out in front of you. The jiu-jitsu fighter normally is chasing takedowns, but he must have seen something in his opponent that is allowing him to get this type of success on the feet. He looks like he is evolving as a fighter, and that is very good for him and his team to see.
Oh, crowd just loving it as the fighters, after an extended grappling battle, make their way back to the feet.
Yeah, they're back on their feet. They spent a lot of energy on the ground. And these guys are going back and forth on the ground, and ultimately, he's gotten back to his feet to give himself an opportunity.
Well, we may have the best cut men and women in the business, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to do much with that cut. It continues.
Guillotine jump. The guillotine looks like it's locked in. Right now, he's got to be patient. He's got to squeeze, but not too much. He's got to get the guard locked and try to find a submission.
Oh, look at this. Jumps over into side mount to try to... Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory.
All right, so there it is again. He's been very efficient with his ground and pound striking game, really using his physicality to his advantage now.
He lifted up the neck and snuck his arm underneath to try to get a choke.
Oh, he's got it locked in.
He's got that arm triangle deep. He needs to push the arm to the side, get his head against the mat. Now watch, as he goes to the finish, watch his chest go to the mat. He goes flat, all weight to his opponent. He's gonna choke him. There it is. It's work.
Oh, somehow he got out.
That was beautiful. Look at how he brought his hips up in the air, used his momentum to swing himself back to his chest being facing the mat. What a beautiful display of submission defense.
2 rounds in the books. All right, so the round is over, and you see some obvious bleeding now. Looks like the cut is on the nose. Yes, it is. Cut man will try to get in there and shut it, but of course, as soon as he absorbs a strike this next round, that thing could reopen. Certainly bears watching here moving forward. Well, if you're the replay guy, a lot to like in that previous round. A lot of damage being inflicted.
Yeah, I mean, and look at the swelling now, John. He wasn't doing what he needed to do to move his head, and he's paying for it. You cannot allow for an elite-level mixed martial artist to connect at that rate and think that you will not be wearing the damage. He's wearing it now, I'm interested to see what changes he makes to give himself an
Ready, fight?
opportunity.
Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Oh, that's a good strike there by Holloway. Oh, what a connection by him there. His opponent could be out of here soon, DC.
He's almost done. I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, you don't know whether to run, hide, grab, or wrestle. He's confused. He's as confused as he was on his first test in elementary school. Oh, my goodness.
And once again, looking for that highlight reel KO with that front kick. Well, you see why Holloway is such a fan favorite. Beautiful land there with the left hand, and now we'll see what he can do with it. Oh, and there's a takedown attempt. Not a great entry there, DC.
Not a great entry. He showed everything he was going to do. He didn't hide his takedown. You knew from the moment this fight started he was going to go get a shot off. The opponent was ready, and he defended it perfectly.
Holloway gets absolutely punished by that head kick. Well, you know this is the hurt business, and both guys are compromised at this stage of the fight.
Yeah, both guys are compromised. Both guys have been beat up.
Oh, that's a huge strike right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
Oh, looking to land the leg kick. That one checked. Just out of range with the big right hand. Left punch is clean, followed by a right. He's looking for that left hand. Not there. Oh! Ooh, diving punch lands. Oh, heavy shots raining down. All right, so he's setting up for submission here.
Oh, it's getting tight.
Oh, it looked pretty tight, but he gives up on the submission.
Big right hook there by the champ.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Staying offensive off of his back as he lands a strike from the bottom position. Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it. Great defense by this fighter.
This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up.
Oh, hard ground and pound strike there. I believe that one opened him up. Oh, and he locks up the triangle. That looks tight, DC.
It's very tight. And now he's just got to start passing the arm across, pull it down with the head. How in the world did he escape that submission?
Holloway ground and pound from half guard now. Let's see if he can do some damage. Well, he has expended a lot of energy going for these submissions tonight. I'm not sure his opponent is actually submittable.
No, it doesn't seem like it, because every time he goes for a submission, he gets close, or at least he expects to get close. But his opponent is so on his game that he's not giving him much to work with. This has been a beautiful display of grappling offensively, but also defensively.
Topuria's in half guard now.
That was nice.
Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transition.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important. Oh, he's got a choke. Oh my goodness, that Darce choke is very tight. He's got it. He's got it. Oh my goodness!
Takes the judges out of it, gets the finish.
Holy smokes!
So what a win for him here tonight. He gets it done and gets it done by way of submission. He told us this week, I gotta keep these judges out of it. Mission accomplished.
Absolutely. He is a phenomenal grappler. He said that he held the advantage there and that would show itself in the fight. He proved that, and he gets a submission victory. Amazing.
All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
Just watch how slowly he approaches the submission, though. He never rushes. He takes his time, but it's his trickiness. It's his ability to trick people into going to the floor with him that puts them in danger and finishing fights.
The official decision is in. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 23 seconds of the third round. Declaring the winner by tap out and still the undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Ilia Topuria!
All right, so there he is, came in the champion. And